Hey guys, BKRose9 here, giving you another Danganronpa F3 reveal trailer thing. Again, still don't know what to call it. We have the final 4 characters, so this will be the final F3 video until upcoming September, when we finally figure out all of these guys' talents, how they will be like portrayed in the prologue, and then in the upcoming weeks we'll be starting chapter 1, we'll be starting chapter 2, 3, 4, 700 chapters, I guess. I don't know. You can tell I am super excited about this. So let's begin here with our boy Utase. So Utase Ihara is the kind of person who never leaves his bubble unless it's absolutely necessary. Good keynote here. He wears his headphones all the time, but it's unknown whether he actually listens to music or just avoids conversation. Overall, he has proven to be rather mean to those who seek his company too much. Mental stability unknown. Oof. A big thing to say about that, like, even though it seems like there's a lot here, I don't see that there is a lot. The only really big thing here is he never leaves his bubble unless absolutely necessary. The fact here is that he's kind of like socially awkward in a way, but at the same time he's more pimp and more cool. He wears his headphones all the time. Again, kind of bringing out that social awkwardness, I guess. But overall, he could become a threat if someone needs him too much. He could turn on that person and become a killer. Only thing here is that his mental stability is unknown, so we don't know how this character is going to turn out. I can see him more as a Kazuichi, but a little less. Only because Soda is uncool, while Utase looks like he's actually really cool and like he's kind of fun to hang around. He's not creepy. Sorry, Soda, but yeah. Next up, we have Mayumi, the quote-unquote cursed girl, which I'm not gonna go into. I don't think it has anything to do with her talent, but more because of how everything has been working as of late. So, Mayumi Kunihara has always been afraid of everything, whether it was an insect, a loud noise, or a public speech. Her mostly distrustful nature makes her overly secretive and careful, though she has been trying to get more confident. Mental stability, weak. Interesting. Mental stability, weak. Now, we've seen stuff in more of a balance type thing. This is not in a balance type of scale. It's in a strength type of scale, where strong is more of a hope and weak is kind of a despair. In this case, I think it's the opposite, where since she's weak, she's more of a hope than a despair, but can be dragged easily into despair. She is afraid of everything, which could actually, I don't think that would make her a killer. Whether it was an insect, loud noise, yada yada. She's distrustful, which every right to be in a killing gang. But how that distrustfulness will be played, not sure. Character-wise, I think it's a really good character. I really do. But, in comparison to all the others, I do feel like she will survive. And seeing this guitar in the background, I'm curious how this distrustfulness kind of work, or hit her fears will work to her talent. Next up, we have Hikari Yamamuro. known for his shyness and inability to face new situations, is one of the least sociable people around. It's odd that we're actually given 3 non-sociable characters in a row, to be honest. But when he eventually opens up to someone, he is said to become much more foul-mouthed than one would expect. Mental stability, none. Oof. So there's a lot going on actually with this one. Shy and inability to face new situations. Really bad for a killing game. Cause all of a sudden he will never know when to turn to the right path, which could be really impactful in this game, as the mastermind could seduce, well, not really seduce, but motivate him to seeing how killing would be good. However, it's the least sociable around people, so that also kind of has to be brought to attention of the mastermind. For an unknown reason, he seems to be reluctant to go outside often. I missed that part. I mean, I guess that is okay. That kind of works to his advantage because you do not want to kill someone out in the open. I don't think in any of the games have we seen someone be killed out in the open. Yeah, not that comes to mind. But when he eventually opens up to someone, he's said to become more foul-mouthed. So, kind of like Mew in a way. But this could turn to people going up against him. And again, the mental stability being none. Out of all these, I know that there's a balance, but this is kind of just saying that he's not for hope or despair, nor is he in the middle. He's more of just a boring character. I mean, just by looking at him, I wouldn't have thought that. I would have thought he's really smart and he's chill, he's mellow. But seeing from this description, he is not. Therefore, I could probably see him as the victim. But at the same time, my predictions will go in a second. And finally, the character that a lot of people, well, the creator has been trying to get out. Rika Awada is by far the most ambitious member of the cast. I think this is why. So, as her demeanor says, she cares about nothing but herself most of the time. Great. She rarely puts her phone away, despite her obvious self-obsession. She can be quite charming and cheerful. Mental stability, fluctuating. I believe that's what that word is. Oof. This is a problem. Because I don't know that word, I think I'm not able to determine how she would be. But I have a good feeling, and I'll get to that in a second with the last character I was talking about. I can't remember his name. So the most ambitious member of the cast. I don't see that playing a big role, but that is something to know. As her demeanor suggests, she cares about nothing but herself. Oof. So she's, I forget what character, but she's like, she's kind of more of a me rather than working together type of character, I feel. Rarely puts her phone away. This is bad for her, since all the phones are probably going to be taken. So, sucks to be Eureka. But she's charming and cheerful. This could work to the side of her people. At the same time, her demeanor can really get the best of her, though. I will get into what I think in a second. But a really key thing to know is that if she's more of a me type person, I really feel like she may be the mastermind. Out of all the characters I've looked at, and with that creepy smile, I just feel like she is. But let's get into that right now. So, as I scroll up here, this is a predictions chat where you can predict the survivor, victim, killer, traitor, and mastermind. 2 things to note here. He mentioned a traitor. Interesting. And surprisingly, I say that traitor's Shichiko. As I said before, she may be Sora's sidekick, in which she could be like Chiaki, in which Chiaki was the traitor, so you know, it's always the person's sidekick, unless you're Nagato, I guess. Okay, going down the line, I'm going to say why I think they're this. So, mastermind being Rika. Like I said, she looks much like a Junko. She kind of feels like a Junko in a way. And seeing how she's more of a me character, I do see her being the mastermind. Kurisuke, I feel like will be a killer. I just feel like his demeanor, possibly of being rejected, could get him into some deep trouble and getting him killed, or making him kill. I believe it's. See, I can barely remember some of these characters. But as you look at the mouse, I feel like either way, it's most likely going to be her that's going to be the victim of Kurisuke. I really should have run all of these because I kind of forgot like half of these in a way. I believe it's Shinko, who I feel will survive. I do feel like she's way too smart to be a victim nor a killer. There are some thoughts of her actually being the mastermind because of her smarts, and I can see that, but not to the extent of Rika. So, next up we got our boy Takai. I mean, I know I am the voice actor of Takai, but I was kind of leaning on and off between a victim and survivor. And then something got me thinking, how come none of the short guys, or like averagely short, have like won or become a survivor? Thinking about this, you see Hoshi being a victim. You see Chihiro become a killer, or become a victim. You see, I mean, the only... Who is it? Let me think of V2, because I forget. You see Sayanji become a victim. I don't see that in Takai. And I'll get to this whole short people dying in a second. But I feel like his cheerfulness will get him over. Next up, we have the green-eyed character. Like I said, I don't know half of these guys' names. I'm sorry, but I will have them by the next episode. So I do feel like she will be a survivor. I was kind of torn between killer and survivor. I do feel that she is more of a laid-back character, and kind of like, not Fuyuhiko, but, like, she's kind of like a Nekomaru type of or not Nekomaru, Akane type of laid-back, in which she's more, I would never kill, and such. I do do think, however, if I say she or anything like that, just refer to the person I have my mouse on. But I do feel like she will actually be a killer. I feel like she will be jealous. She would be jealous of either him or her, but I don't feel like she would kill her. So, in which I feel like jealousy would be the killer here. Like I said, I believe this is Haru, but Haru is more of a victim because of the short policy. I believe, compared to Takai, he is the second, like Takai is the third or fourth tallest. Like, let me think. It goes Haru, someone, Takai, and the rest of the cast. So that's kind of what I'm meaning, but because he is the shortest, he will have no physical advantage over anyone and will die a victim. To who, you may ask? I. So, next up we have Emma. Like I said, guys, and I keep reminding you guys for some reason, I only know some of these characters because they've been brought up over and over and over. Emma being one of those. Emma, I feel like, would also be death by jealousy, or because of something she said and needing to keep it a secret, kind of like Owada and Fujisaki. In which case, she's gonna say something, and Shinko, I believe that's Shinko. I will remember your name, I swear, because I ship. So real quick, because I'm just gonna mention this. I kind of ship Takai and her a bit. I also ship Takai and her, and then Takai and him because of reasons unknown. So, like I was saying, but it will be like a secret type of thing, in which Emma kills her, and then she basically, because I'm kind of explaining these two in one, she's going to die because of something that Emma said. Next up is Koei, I believe it is. Yes, I believe it is Koei. Koei will be a victim. From what I believe, he is one of the buffest type of men that there is in this game, in which he will become a victim. This was kind of brought to my attention as I was watching a playthrough of some of the games. As the fourth chapter, the buffest person dies. You see this in Nekamaru, you see this in Gonta, and you see this in Sakura. I feel like the same goes to him due to that rule. Next up is still trying to figure out the names. I believe it's Miami, but not sure. Anyways, she is basically a victim due to there's a couple of things I want to say. I feel like because of rejection. Of course, Kurisuke being the killer here. There's only a couple reasons in reality on why I do feel like she will be. At first, I did actually have her as a survivor over the over Green Eyes over here, and then I kind of thought about Kurisuke and was like, Kurisuke would most likely kill her. Maimi is just, even though she's a really good character, I feel like she's gonna be too secretive. in which Kurosuke will kill her in the first chapter. However, there is a bit of circumstance in this, and I will get to that in a sec. Obviously, Sora, our main character, our protagonist, the fake Ahoge, will become a survivor. Obviously, you see no characters with the Ahoge, but that's the only reason why I'm kind of thinking that he's not going to be a victim. It's because there's no characters with a true Ahoge, so there's that. You see Utase, one of the ones I actually remember. Utase, I feel like, will kill this character, the bland character, in my opinion, out of the bunch. Just due to being needy. He, like they said, he gets annoyed if somebody needs him too much, and I feel like he will go over the line and kill the character here. In this discretion type thing, like I was saying, I do feel like either Miami or I'm just gonna call him BLC, just because. And BLC will die either first or second chapter, but at the same time, I do feel like they are like siblings from like different parents. I guess that is one way to say it. Just looking at their appearance is pretty much it, yeah. And finally, the worst character in this series, I have to admit, most definitely gives me Kurikyo vibes, in which he will kill Haru up here. Just because, like, if you think about it, you think about how the big people always just target the little people first. I feel like that's gonna be in Haru's case. The tallest kills the shortest. I know this wasn't a thing in Kurumi killing Ryoma. I know this wasn't a thing in Danganronpa 1 because obviously the tallest committed suicide. And we obviously see that the shortest didn't die to the tallest. But I feel like the strength and tallness will get to Haru, in which Haru dies. I'm not 100% sure, because the Buff's character always dies, in which that would most likely be Koe. So most likely, and trust me on this one, I know there is no double rips, but I will kill him. Actually, no. New prediction here. New prediction. I will actually kill Haru. But this is very bold on my part. After Chichiko dies, here's what I'm saying. Chichiko defends Haru, and I ends up killing Chichiko as Haru is trying to run away. But Haru is trapped, in which then I kills Haru. Like a Danganronpa 3 thing where Angie saw Kurikyo, so Angie had to die. But after the traitor dies, the mastermind will just keep going and going until the mastermind is found, in which is why the traitor was revealed early, because the mastermind knew the whole time. Is kind of the plot twist I'm kind of bringing you. But like I said, it's only a theory. Copyrights kind of to MatPat. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below, subscribe for more content, and in the comments below, tell me what you think of my predictions. Obviously, I didn't have much thought in them at the time. Of course, this was 2 days ago. I didn't have much, like, I wouldn't say interest in doing predictions, but more like I didn't have a really big idea of how I was going to do these predictions. But, anyways, comment down below what you guys think, and until next time, peace out, Mikuans.